Hi, this is Renaud Anjoran from Sofeast. So people often ask us what goes into a good quality assurance plan, and really it kind of depends on your product, on the risks that you might face, and so on. So let's say you develop an electromechanical product with some electronic parts and some mechanical parts, and you develop it from scratch. What would you put together in your QA plan? Well, basically it should cover all the main deliverables all the way through the new product introduction process. So at the beginning you want to specify your requirements. How is it going to be used? What countries is it going to be sold into? And so on and so forth. So this gives a basic outline of what is required, what is the product about, what is the concept about. Then from there, the product quality standard will emerge from these specific requirements, right? They become the product specifications, and that becomes an appendix to your contract with the manufacturer. As the design engineers start to work on the CAD files, mechanical, electronic, maybe also firmware, maybe an app. All of this as an output is the drawings, the design files, right? All of this should be saved somewhere, and then some of these should go into the quality assurance plan. For example, the two-dimensional drawings, mechanical drawings with the specifications, the critical points, the color, material, and finishing, and so on should go into that, and then that becomes part of your specifications. As prototypes, samples, tooling samples, off tooling get approved, well, they become part of the standard also. They should be referenced in the quality assurance plan. And as you move along, you have maybe key documents such as the list of risks, the list of issues that should be shared by the manufacturer. The best is if you work collaboratively on the same files with the manufacturer. And, well, list of risks. Okay, so what is done for all of the major sources of risks, right? The major potential failure modes. Is something done to mitigate these risks, right? So that's why I said it depends on what kind of product it is. Is it for general consumer use? Is it for medical use? And so on. It's very different. Then obviously, if you work with a good manufacturer, they will put together a control plan, and the control plan will reference the work instructions for the operators and for the inspectors and testers. There will be some validation runs to confirm that all the assembly jigs, fixtures, and so on work, and the testing jigs also work as they should. So all of this is really very important validation documents that are deliverables and that you might want to request from them, right? Obviously, once there are samples out of tooling and they are put together, they should be sent for certification, they should be sent for reliability testing, and this also will create some documents, right? So all of this should be collected, should be called for by the plan, and then should be collected as records as you move along, okay? And this is valid also for the critical component suppliers. Don't only look at the manufacturer that will do assembly and packing. Also look at the suppliers of the critical parts. Okay, you might want to work with an auditing firm to audit the operations of the critical component manufacturers. You really want to understand the risks associated with each of these steps, right? And then your plan should also call for regular monitoring, right? So it might come during some of the validation runs, pre-production that I mentioned. They should certainly come during the first batch of mass production, second batch, and so on, right? And then what happens if there are issues? You have to agree with your supplier on what happens in different very bad scenarios, right, that you want to have covered. And that's basically it. I guess the clearer the better for the manufacturer. And I hope this video is helpful, and don't hesitate to contact us for questions or advice. Thank you.